Have you ever eaten in a Japanese restaurant before? At some point in time, you may want to try it if you haven't already. Japan is a country of many traditions and etiquettes. They have their own way of doing things, and if you are not familiar with them, you will want to pay close attention to what I'm about to present to you. After doing much research on the country of Japan through japanguide.com, I come to realize important dining etiquettes of Japanese people. Today, I would like to point out things to be aware of while dining in a Japanese restaurant, which are rice, soy sauce, proper use of chopsticks, and Japanese restaurants found in your area. Let's begin by talking about rice, its origination, how it's cooked, and what type of meals it goes with. Rice is a staple grain of Japan. Staple meaning something one relies on because it is a basic necessity for them. For example, a farmer's staple food is corn. Rice is cooked in a rice cooker, as you see here. You will always see a rice cooker in a Japanese restaurant. Rice is served with almost every meal, including breakfast. Rice is eaten plain, and even though most of us eat it with our food, it is frowned upon to eat it with something else. Even though rice is very traditional and it goes with almost every meal they eat, you will always see soy sauce served in a dining restaurant, in a Japanese restaurant. Soy sauce is pronounced shoyu, so if you hear that, if you hear them ask you if you would like shoyu, it is soy sauce. There is a certain way they use soy sauce or shoyu. You pour a little bit in a dish that they provide for you. You do not want to overuse it, as it is not customary to do it that way in Japan. You do not want to overuse it, just pour enough that you think you will need to use. The next item I'd like to discuss while dining in Japan is the most important one. Japanese people use knives, forks, spoons, just like we do here in the US, but their main utensil is chopsticks. These are real chopsticks here that I have in a chopstick holder. Also, they provide wooden ones too. The wooden ones they're easier to use because they're lighter weight, and you see those most commonly in Japanese restaurants. There is proper use of chopsticks, as you wouldn't want to stab your food with chopsticks. That's considered impolite there, and you don't want to point at people while talking in a dining restaurant, as it is a reminder to them of the people that passed on. Lastly, I would like to point out restaurants in the Eau Claire area. The one I did some research on through Yelp.com, I went in to read their reviews. They got 7 reviews, and 5 of those reviews gave them 5 stars. So I have yet to go to this restaurant. Some of you may have. The other one is Kobe's in Oakwood Mall. I usually go there mostly when I'm in the mall. And the other one I would highly recommend is Jade Garden. It's a buffet type restaurant. It is very good, so I would recommend trying that restaurant. After explaining and displaying some of the different etiquettes of Japan, covering 4 different topics that are customary to the Japanese culture, hopefully you will feel more acquainted with Japanese customs of dining in Japan. I'd like to conclude this presentation by reviewing items we covered. Dining in Japan is different than dining in the US. We covered the cultural background of eating rice, using soy sauce, and proper use of chopsticks. I also gave you names of restaurants to try, so if you haven't tried Japanese food, I would highly recommend it. And I I am a big fan of Japanese food, so thank you.